Little height, normal roughness. What? Let's find a new one. Let's find a new ground texture, or new grass. I like that one still. The snow looks cool. Pretty sure I saw a new rock texture added. Yeah, this one was recently added. That looks cool. This was added like a few weeks ago. It's good to know they're still adding stuff to ambient. Let's just use what I already had. Let's see. Ground. Ground. Grass, dirt. Yeah, this one. So we need the normal, roughness, height, and albedo, but I don't think there's a height in here. Normal GL, roughness, color. Is the displacement the height? But I thought displacement and normal were like the same thing. Let me open up the documentation for Train 3D documentation. Texturing the train. Preparing textures. I think the height is the displacement. I think they're the same thing. Without packing these spices 2. So the albedo is going to be the albedo and height. Normal's normal and roughness. Is displacement the same as height? Height and displacement are used interchangeably. Okay. Okay. Train textures, and we'll put the normal GL, roughness, color, and displacement for the grass. We also need a rock. Rock, rough, gray, bumpy. Could use that one. Rock, ridged, gray, mossy. Let's use this one. GL, roughness, color, and displacement. Alright. We go here, we pack textures. We need an albedo for the ground, which is the color. We need the height, which is the displacement. We need the normal and the roughness. Okay. So the other one needs to be named Albedo Height. Albedo Height. Now we can add one. The albedo texture and the height, right? Let's turn up the roughness and need to lower the value a little bit. Maybe add some more green. Green. Alright, and let's add our rock. We need a channel package still. Color, displacement, normal, and roughness. Rock 0 to 8. Rock 0 to 8. Okay. So this is going to be our albedo height rock and right here. Okay, wait, what? The textures don't match in size. Oh, I think one is 20. Yeah. Ugh, okay. I need to find a different one. This is a 1K, so we need to find another 1K. I'm just testing some out, so I'm not, this doesn't need to be looking great right now. Rock, gray ridged. Yeah. Size 1K, size 2K. So delete all those. Try this again. Albedo, displacement, normal, and roughness. This is rock 032. Rock 032. Rock 032. Okay. Rock 032. And rock 0, 3, 2. All right. Let's turn on auto shader. There we go. And let's change the auto slope. Oh wait, they're mismatched. How do I switch them? Texture list. Make this 0. Oh, there we go. And then in our auto shader, we can change the slope to something like that. Maybe like 0.2. Okay. And then I also want to increase the brightness of this. Oh wait, no. That's fine. UV scale. Detiling. Right, detiling. Detiling. There we go. Let's smooth it. Okay, so what I wanted to try to do was test out this river waterway add-on. So let's see, let's sculpt like a river path. What about something like here down? So I need to make a slope. What's going on here? That. Size 20. Let's do this one. So like a slope from here to here. Or what I could do is I could just lower. Oh, that's too strong. 20. Whoa. Here we go. That looks good. Let's smooth it. Okay. Alright, now let's try to make a river. So let's add a river. So I want it to start like right here. Flowing this way. I want to snap to colliders. I want to snap to colliders. What is local mode? Snap to colliders isn't working on Terrain 3D. How do I... 3D river is not snapping to terrain. 3D. For waterways to detect the terrain while you are editing, you must manually enable editor side collision. Select the terrain 3D node in the scene tree. In the inspector, locate the collision section. Change the collision mode from its default to full / editor or dynamic editor. Full editor generates collisions for the entire train at once. And very large trains can cause a temporary freeze. So I'd probably want dynamic / editor. Probably want dynamic editor, right? Dynamic editor. Okay. Now, let me select this. I can maybe snap it to colliders now? Add. Oh, yes! Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's see. Now I can select points, right? And if I select this, nothing. Oh, yes, something. Wait, what is going on? What is this doing? Okay, it's like rotation. This is so weird. So it looks like even when I'm moving it, it's still snapping to the colliders, which is awesome. It's great. Move it up a little bit. What was that? Let's make it wider. This is weird. It'll always be wider. This one should especially be wide. Okay. Right, and then I'm just gonna delete this one. Okay. And rotate this one. Now what if I move everything up? Hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. Huh. Okay. So we got Synaptic Colliders working. What is local mode? I don't know what that does. We can generate mesh instance. We can recenter river, which clears and undo. What? Oh, I see. Okay. So that changes like the river's origin, I see. Now if I move this, it's gonna, whoa. If I move this, it's gonna snap back down, right? Yeah. And if I move it up, it's gonna move the whole thing. So how would I, like if I move this, it snaps. So if I want to move a point, do I need to disable snap colliders? Alright, so if I disable snap colliders and then move it, it'll be fine. Yeah. So I think I want to do the whole shape first. Also, what if I move snap colliders and do this? Just changing the width. Okay. This. Ooh, what's that? Oh man. Don't do that. Like, can I re-snap everything? Or I guess I just changed the transform, right? No. How do you like re-snap everything to a collider? Let's just move them in. Do I have to actually like manually touch every button? There's gotta be a way to like re-snap everything back to the collider, no? I'm gonna look it up. Doesn't look like there's an easy way to do that. So like as soon as I move it up, I'm like screwed there. Unless I manually move every point very slightly, right? And if I touch this, move it, it'll re-snap back down. Wait. What I could do, let me try something. I'm gonna reset its position and rotation, and I'm going to delete, well, let's just delete it. Let's add a new river, right? So its transform is like that. And then if I just start clicking or adding points, right? If I click here, nothing happens. Oh, something happened. Okay. But then I want to go down here and I want to delete this point, right? Or maybe I need to go back up here and add another point here. And then if I delete this, all of that goes away. Okay. And then I can adjust this back like that. And then we're good to go, I think. Yeah. Right, and then if I add more points, boom, boom. Then I can move it up, transform it like this. And then if I need to add more points, I can just like go back down. Yeah, so that would work. Yeah, cool. So I don't want to move I don't want to transform it until the or I don't want to transform it initially. I just want to start snapping it to the collider. Okay. Let's see. Let's expand this a little bit. Boom. Boom. Let's add more points. Snap them through the colliders. Boom. 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 Okay. Now if I move it all up, select, move everything up, and get a nice looking river. Cool. Okay. Set this, let's rotate this a little bit. Rotate this a little bit. Expand that, expand that. Just trying to mess around with it so I get the feel of it. That looks good. We want this to be rotated a little bit, like so. This in the center. Get this off to the side more. Let's add a point right here. Whoa, no. Wait, how do I add points between points? Oh. Like I want to add a point in between these. Is that something I can do? Or am I gonna have to move all the points? Did that work? Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess I just needed to click on the line. Okay. This one. This. Okay. So. Okay. Let's move it up so you can see it. Cool. Looking good. I think this one needs to be expanded more. Or I should just raise the... raise the train maybe. Raise strength of 10. Let's just raise this terrain here. There we go. Okay. Let's also raise it right here. Like so. Ooh, there's an issue right here. Is it because this is curved up? No. Reset the transform. Why is it weird looking? What if I move this here? And move this one down. Is that better? I think that's better. It does not like me messing with this. Okay. Alright. Now move it back up to what, like 5? Is that too high? That's too high. Okay, 2. Okay. Let's expand this one and this one. Dude, this is great. I love this add-on. This is awesome. You can make some really cool looking rivers with this thing. I'm really glad I figured this out. Let's just put this down. Okay, I want to mess around with the settings, see what we can do here. Expand this a little bit, expand this a little bit. That looks awesome. Look at that. That looks beautiful. This makes creating rivers so much easier. Wow. That's actually really cool. Okay, let's mess around with the settings, see what we can do. Alright, okay, let's see what we got here. Alright, we can increase the shape step length. What exactly is that doing? Where's the debug stuff? Where's the debug views? I'm pretty sure there's some debug views in here. View. Where can I find the debug views? Let me look it up real quick. I should also pull up the documentation. Let's pull up waterways documentation to go add-on. Okay, so local mode switches to if you're snapping into a specific axis, I see. Once you're happy with the shape of your river, you can use the river generate flow and flow map to option to bake. The textures activate flow map and foam. Settings for the baking are located in the river inspector. Generate mesh copy. What else? To generate a global height and flow map of a river, you can add a water system node and generate a texture based on any river child nodes of the water system. Generate system maps. Wait, what is this doing? Do buoyancy. Where's the debug shader? Oh, here we go. River parameters. So we have this over here. The step length, division, how many subdivisions the river will have per step along its length. So it makes it smoother. Or more steps would be making it smoother, right? and less stuff should be making it not as smooth. Steps along its width. How much it's relaxed to even out corners. Only a river knows so far, no solution for lakes or oceans. No real-time reflections on the water. No mesh displacement. Rivers do not interact with each other. At the moment, there is no way to elegantly merge multiple rivers into one, or splitting one into multiple. Okay. I'm gonna try to do that myself then, right now. So what if I wanted to add another river from like here to here? So let's add another river. Again, I want to snap two colliders. We'll add a point right up here. Boom. 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 And now I need to go back here and I need to delete this one and this one. Okay. Okay, now we need to adjust this a lot. Like so. Okay. Let's also make it wider. Change this. So it's still snapping to the collider, which is great. Here. Some can be here. Make it wider. Wider. Let's add another one here. Here, and then here. Okay. And now let's transform this one up. What's this one? At 2. So if I move this to 2, does it merge well? Not really. What is this doing? I mean, it looks fine. I could put like just like a rock there, right? You would notice. Yeah, that looks fine. From far away, it looks pretty good. Whoa, nope. Yeah, that looks fine. You have to just adjust it a little bit. Yeah, that'll work fine. Because you can always put like, if the player can't see it, it doesn't exist, right? So I could always put like a rock there or something. Why is my neck hurting? Ugh. Cool. Alright, what other settings could we do? Let's see. The LOD I'm interested about. Is this making it look good at close up or far away? LOD distance. Looks the same here. If I go far away, change this to 5. I don't exactly know what that's doing. What if I go like really far away? Or change this to like 100. Back to 5. I don't understand how this is working. Let me look that up really quick. I have the documentation here. LOD. LOD distance controls the cutoff point for whether the shader samples textures twice to create an FBM effect for the waves and foam. It's not helping me out much. So is a greater distance, like if I make this 5, does that mean the LOD goes to effect 5 meters away? Right, so if I'm here, it looks like that. From here, it looks like that. If I make this 5, nothing happens. Looks the same. I have to mess with that some other time. What about what else we got? Points. We got points. Okay. Got a curve material. Material. This does not look like how the documentation looks. How do I change the look of the water? Where can I find that? Shader settings? Alright, this is just the river manager. Shape material. River float system. What about just like water? No? I feel like I'm missing a lot of things that the documentation has. Like, I want to figure out how I can change the material of this. River shader settings. Well, where's the river shader settings? Oh, here we go. Shader type. Custom, none, water, albedo, okay, I can reset it. Let me reset all of this. Oh, that's cool. Transparency, depth, refraction. I want to reset all this. Scale, flow, back to its defaults, and then I can mess with it. Foam, UV scale, roughness, Alright, let's start messing around with it. So that's how it looks by default, which honestly is pretty good already, I think. Okay, so it gives us those colors. Depth curve. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. So depth curve means, so if I do it like this, and then what if I like decrease the depth? Yeah, look at that. Or I can reset this, and decrease it so it gets darker. That's cool. Dude, this add-on is so cool. Look at that. So that looks more blue already. Let's make it flow faster. Maybe like double the speed. Why does it change everything? That's weird. When I go to River Shader settings, it changes all the defaults. It's like, I want to keep the defaults. Okay. So there's a fast moving river. Oops. Make it move really fast. It might look better at like 4 speed. Yeah, because it's like coming down the mountain. And it's a little too fast. Maybe like 3. Yeah, 3 looks good. Okay. Bass. It's bass. Map flow. Does it make it look like the whole thing's moving? Oh yeah. That makes it look like the whole thing is kind of moving. And not just the stuff on top. Right? Yeah, I feel like that looks better. No? Or maybe that just increased the speed. Oh no, it definitely, yeah, let's change this to 2, and then the bass to like 2 as well. Yeah, that looks good. So it kind of makes it look like the whole thing is moving now. Maybe too much. Bass to like 1. Cool. Steepness. What is that doing? Don't really know. Distance. Originally at 1. Pressure. Don't really know what that's doing. Maybe that would affect buoyancy. Oh yeah, I'd have to mess around with the buoyancy to see exactly what's going on with these, huh? Max. Okay, what about the scale of the normal? Interesting. If I increase this to 5, and then that looks more realistic already, but then decrease the amount of bumps, so the UV scale. I want to increase this, right? No. That's too much. Increase this. Yeah, what about like 0.75? 0.75? 0.75? So there's less bumps. That kind of looks more realistic, right? Maybe not. I feel like higher normal looks better though. Yeah. Looks like there's more disturbances in the water. From far away that doesn't look that great though. Far away, that looks better, I think. Go to bump texture. Can't do anything with that. You can scale to normal. Foam. Okay. So that's more foam. Which probably would look better for a river down a mountain, right? More foam. Yeah. Rivers down mountains have lots of foam, don't they? That's interesting how it does that. Like the flatter parts just automatically don't have as much foam. Kind of exactly like realism, to be honest. Oh yeah, let's make it like 3. Well, I kind of like it back at 2. What else could we do? Steepness. Ooh. I like that. So less foam, but More steepness. Yeah, so steepness of like, what was default? Steepness of like 4. Double the steepness. Okay. Smoothness. Smoothness of the foam. I mean, the default settings like are already pretty good, to be honest, which is fine, absolutely fine. Let's mess around with the color. I think I changed to like 5. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, an increase in depth looks good. Man, this add-on is genius. Like, how do they know that this part is deeper? That's crazy. If I did not snap to colliders, would it not know that it's deep? No, it still knows that it's deep. That's crazy. I don't understand how it knows that. I guess it's just shooting out ray casts to meshes, maybe? Depth of 5. Should we add a little bit more blue to this? Maybe like 200. A bit more blue. 100. Make it a little bit bluer. Beautiful. This add-on is excellent. Loving it. I'm gonna be able to make such beautiful scenes with this add-on. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, I want to try increasing the normal to like 2, like 3, but then decreasing this to like maybe like 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. It's kind of toony. Like 0.5. It looks a little bit more realistic, I think. To have a bigger bump scale. What is edge fade? Makes it less sharp on the... Oh, that's epic. Wouldn't I want this turned up like all the way then? Yeah. Look how much more natural that feels. That looks. Right? It doesn't look like a plane anymore. Right, this kind of looks like a plane still. I mean, it still looks good, but if I increase the edge fade, it looks like it's kind of just like flowing into the terrain. Yeah, I definitely want edge fade on. It's beautiful. Man, this add-on is genius. Roughness. Wouldn't I want roughness like way down? Like, why would you want roughness in water? The only thing I wish they put descriptions in here just to kind of like help me understand what each one is doing. Go back here and turn up this back. That's weird. The roughness of 0.2 is the most. Wait. What's the shiniest at 0.2? That's kind of strange. Looks so good. Edge fade. So this is back to a lot of defaults, except edge faded up. I think I'm always going to use that edge fade. I think I'm also going to use depth of 5 just to make the water look more interesting. When I have shallow rivers, I think a lower depth would be better for shallow rivers because it looks more interesting that way. I think I liked, what was it? The normal up more. I feel like that looks more realistic with a higher normal. What if I just made it like 2? Like just a little bit more. I also feel like the UV scale is too big. for a river flowing down a mountain. Yeah, I think that looks better. What about even lower? What if we made this like 0.6 and this 0.3? And then I want it to move faster when I do that. So we can go to the speed, the flow, speed, base, maybe like 2. That's too fast. Okay, and then what if we add more foam? That looks too toony now. I feel like the Y is too much, no? I feel like I'm being too picky. I want to add more foam, maybe? Just messing around with the settings, seeing what I like before I actually try to put this into a scene in game. Maybe full edge fade isn't the way to go. Can't tell. I honestly can't tell what looks better. I feel like it looks too sharp without edge fade, right? Yeah. Yeah, that looks better, right? Yeah. Edge fade is better. Foam. Mount. Oh, does this change the steepness of the foam? So there's more foam when it's steeper? What if I change this to like 0? Is it equal amount of foam everywhere? Yeah, I think it's an equal amount of foam everywhere. So that might be good for like a waterfall. Okay, so yeah, the foam is steepness. Wait, what? Now I'm confused. Okay, so a higher means it doesn't have to be as steep, I guess. Yeah, higher means it doesn't have to be as steep. Lower means it has to be steep for there to be foam. Okay. What if I change the smoothness of the foam? That looks better. That looks like actual foam. Yeah. Right? I feel like that looks like actual foam. Maybe like up a little bit, 0.5. Look good. I think there's too much. Yeah, this one looks good too. Now I can't see any. Like 1.5. Smooth. Alright, what if I made like a waterfall? Should I try to do a waterfall? Let me just increase it more this way. And let's see, I'm going to get this brush, strength of 20, size of 30. Lower. All of this. So I can make a waterfall. Alright, so I'm going to make a waterfall right here. And see how that looks. Okay, let's go back here. We need to go back here so we can snap to colliders. Okay. There we go. So it looks like if I resculpt terrain, I'm gonna have to resnap the, like if I sculpt over this, I'm gonna have to adjust the position, like resnap them to their colliders, which is fine. Okay, so here's a waterfall. Let's see how this works. No constraints. Let's move these out. Nope. So it looks like the waterfall is coming down. Like so. I want this in here, and this over here, and up a little bit. It's not making foam on this waterfall. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Yeah. That's dumb. So I'd have to make a different waterfall. What about a waterfall? Why can't I get rid of points? Get rid of these. That's not gonna work. Okay. Move this back up. Beautiful. Okay, I want to try a waterfall. So let's add another one. Let's add point here. Snap to colliders, add point here, and here, and here, and here. Let's go down here and we'll delete these ones. Delete. Okay. I mean, a waterfall could work. I just have to mess around with it a lot, I think. I want this to be very foamy. Like, I want it to be like all foam. So the foam, I want the amount to be like 4, right? And the foam smoothness to be all the way up. Steepness to... What's it, 3? But really we just want foam at the bottom. How would I make just foam at the bottom? Probably just a particle system. Yeah, like I could make this just normal. Just look like normal water, right? And I have to put like stuff on the sides to get the edge fade. And then at the bottom I could add just like some white smoke for the foam. I think would look good for a waterfall. Yeah. So I could do a waterfall. Alright. Looks good. I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about this. So what did I do? I increased the edge fade. I increased the smoothness of the foam, decreased the amount. Increased the speed, base speed, which is going to depend on the steepness of the river. I increased the scale to normal. I think that looks more realistic. Definitely glimmers more. Changed the depth to 5. So yeah, a little bit of that stuff. And then I can add some river sound effects. Yeah, man, I'm excited about this. This is an awesome plugin. This is exactly what I was looking for a while. Because I love adding water to scenes. Or I shouldn't say that because I haven't done it yet. I love playing in scenes with water. Let's see, let's maybe do some stuff in Blender. I need to make walls, but I'm feeling very lazy right now because I've just been messing around with that add-on for 2 hours. Yeah, so I got a lot of props. I need to make some walls and stuff so I can actually build houses in my game. might get another bucket. I'm not sure if I like this clay looking bucket. I should start with just some wood walls, and then later I can make some stone ones. Alright, I think I need a little bit of a break though. That waterways add-on was a lot of information. So I'm gonna end stream. Peace out.